Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Department of Veteran Affairs. My name is Douglas Brinker, and today I'd like to talk about integrating internal communications through an effective workshop training. And I'd like to talk about 3 points of discussion for today in overcoming communication discrepancies. First, the backlog of claims. Second, the lack of total transparency. And third, communication errors that are scattered throughout the entire Department of Veteran Affairs communication process. I'd like to identify some problems and make you aware of them. There's 60.2% disability backlog, which works out to 697,389 veterans still awaiting a process on their claim. Now, you claimed that your goal was to eliminate that down under 300,000 by this year. But still, there's 393,292 claims that are more than 125 days old. This is where the lack of communication transparency comes in. The fact that you're not communicating enough internally is what's creating a lot of the backlog. Your communication response time. Veterans, all we ask for is that you identify the problem and respond to us when a fair, fashionable time. 6 to 8 weeks to hear any type of communication is totally unsatisfactory. Hold your employees accountable for discrepancies. Numerous times I personally have had to contact my service officer, and I propose a couple of different solutions. One, hold some internal workshop trainings. By doing so, it allows the employees to feel valued. And by feeling valued, they're going to have more interest in handling veterans on a face-to-face basis or even a need basis through the telephone. Improve the VA offices. I propose that to help the process, increase the number from 56 VA regional offices to at least one per region over the next 2 years. Secondly, hire at least 500 medical specialists who are trained in compensation disability and place them in the most needed hospitals across the United States. Finally, the outpatient clinics number 827. I propose that by having more outpatient clinics, it reduces the need for veterans to wait hours at a VA hospital. There are some channels of communication that I'd like to propose for a solution. Improve your two-way communication process. Have an open door policy. Implement a face-to-face quarterly meeting. Allow veterans to become further engaged in the disability backlog process. Improve the organization of internal channels. And have a method to measure the type of feedback that your organization responds to us veterans. In summary, we've talked about the backlog, we've talked about the lack of transparency, and we've talked about the communication errors that continue as a whole. As the climate of the veteran affairs continues to change and evolve, so does handling reaching out to us veterans. I've identified some key points for discussion, and I urge you to take those solutions and problem solving techniques to heart. Consider the impact that it can make, improving everyone involved in the process. And finally, there needs to be a more transparent window of communication. By doing so and having a transparency completely across the board, it gives us, the veteran, the warmth, the understanding that you truly do have our best interest at heart. Thank you for this time, and I urge you to take these solutions and help adopt them.